How do you get better at speaking? That's the topic I'm addressing today in The Right Question. I'm Daphne Gray Grant, the publication coach. I have a question from Derek Stiller, a personal trainer based in Vancouver. Here's what he asked by email. You have a lot of ideas about how to stay in what's called the diffuse state while writing. For example, you suggest using mind mapping and covering our monitors when we write. I wonder if there's any corollary for speech. I've always felt like I can't achieve flow in certain conversations. Over the years, I've had the thought that I might be overly filtering myself, and I wonder if this could arise from me favoring my editing brain, which appears to be the dominant one for me. Thanks for your fascinating question, Derek. Although my expertise lies in writing, I've also had training in speaking, and I volunteer as a debate coach at my local high school. The act of debating calls upon a number of special skills. You need to be smart and analytical. You have to be calm and confident, and perhaps most surprisingly, you need to be a really good listener. I find unless students have all three of these characteristics, it's hard for them to be really adept debaters. Derek, I know you probably think you're not speaking fast enough, but understand that flow doesn't mean fast like a river. It means you're able to respond in an honest and forthright way to what the other person is saying. We all have different speaking styles. Consider, for example, the rapid-fire and amusing style of British comedian and writer Stephen Fry. Then compare him to former U.S. President Barak Obama, whose slow, measured, somewhat ponderous style is quite different. I've included video links to both speakers in the notes below. But despite their very different styles, both men are known to be highly effective speakers. In fact, I bet if someone told Barack Obama he should speed up, he'd tell them to take a hike. Derek, what I think you need to understand is that flow doesn't come from using the creative brain rather than the logical linear one. Instead, it comes from using two strategies. One, understanding your own natural ability and embracing it, whether it's fast or slow, loud or soft, empathetic or clever. Two, really listening to what the other person has to say. To follow both these strategies, you'll need practice, and I highly recommend the group Toastmasters. It has more than 16,000 clubs in 143 countries and more than 358,000 members. Membership is incredibly inexpensive, usually less than $50 a year, but you can attend initial meetings for free. Links below. I've visited several Toastmasters groups myself, and I found both of them to be wildly supportive and accepting. Like every other business and organization in the world right now, Toastmasters has been affected by the pandemic. But check their website and see if some groups have digital opportunities that would allow you to get started right away. Below, I include a link to a blog post I wrote about my own visits to Toastmasters. Finally, let me wrap up with a quote from noted speaker and former British Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill. If you have an important point to make, don't try to be subtle or clever. Use a pile driver. Hit the point once, then come back and hit it again, then hit it a third time. A tremendous whack. Derek, I know you're a personal trainer, so let me make an analogy between exercise and speaking. If you want six-pack abs, you don't get them by reading about how to be physically fit. You get them with exercise. Similarly, if you want to be a better speaker, you'll only get that with enough practice. Let Toastmasters give you a helping hand. If you'd like to learn more about how to make writing a happier, more rewarding process, check out my latest book, Your Happy First Draft. It's not available in bookstores or on Amazon. The only place you can buy it is on my website, linked below.